It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Drygate Brewing Company, and this is a can of their Disco Dirigible. It's a raspberry and peach pale ale, coming in at 5.1% ABV. Or peach and raspberry pale ale. It's in a 330ml can, and I'm looking forward to this one. I started drinking Drygate Brewery beers from Morrison's. I really used to enjoy their disco forklift truck. I think that was the first time properly Morrison's dipped their toe into the craft beer market, was when they were putting the little 330ml cans in a few years ago. Unfortunately, Morrison's have moved on now. They've moved away from the little 330ml cans like we have here, and they've moved on to the bigger 440ml cans. This size of can. It seems to be all the rage. But for Morrison's kind of not having it anymore, we have Lidl, who are now stocking Drygate Brewery beers, and I've had 3 or 4 beers now from Lidl, from the Drygate Brewery, and they've all been really good. One thing I can say about this brewery is that I've never had a bad beer from them. So I'm looking forward to this one. I've drummed it up a little bit, so hopefully I don't come across my first dodgy beer from Drygate. That would be the case, wouldn't it, if you drummed it up enough? So beer in the glass, we've got a 3-finger white head. There is a widget on the bottom of this glass, so you're going to have a little bit of kind of rip-roaring carbonation off the etched glass at the bottom. I might be able to show you a little bit of that. There it is, look. Always creates a little bit, I think a little bit too much carbonation, unless you're a fast drinker. If you're a fast drinker, fine. If you're like my wife, my wife would take 45 minutes to drink this, it would be flat as a pancake after 20 minutes, and she'd be complaining, this beer's flat. And I'd be like, no, it says you haven't blooming drunk it fast enough. This is a hazy, no, let me start again, I'm laughing and joking here. It's not hazy, let me start again. This is a clear, amber coloured beer. Let's get that fact pretty straight. Aroma. Ooh. Oh, it's very adjuncty. Oh, it's very, very adjuncty. It's got me clasping up my teeth a little bit because I've just drummed up this brewery saying that I've never had a bad beer from them. This is very, very kind of peachy. And raspberry. It's like a peach and raspberry ice cream. I think they've used ice cream concentrates in the beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, I don't know where I stand with this. Oh, I really don't know where I stand. What I find, you get that initial peach flavour from the adjuncts, and you get that, which, by the way, if you picked up this beer completely by mistake and you're watching this beer review looking for answers as to what you're drinking, I'm talking adjuncts. Adjuncts are like additions to beer, like chocolate would be an adjunct, because it's an addition that's not water, malt, barley, yeast and hops. So it's something other than that. There are hops out there, breaking it down very simply for the newer viewers here, there are hops out there that will definitely kind of give off peach, mango, grapefruit, even some raspberry flavours. So I can tell a beer that has real hop aromas of peach, and I can tell a beer a mile off that's been, it's generally ice cream concentrate, the concentrates that flavour ice cream that brewers use to flavour their beer. And although this tastes okay, what I find with adjuncts is that they always leave a slight astringent flavour stroke bitterness on the back end. For all the niceness of the peach and raspberry flavour, there's always a sting in the tail on the back end. There's always that little bit of astringency that comes with that peach and raspberry ice cream concentrate that they've used. So nice. I'm tasting raspberry and peach, and it's all going very good. And then right now, as I'm speaking right now, there's just an astringency that builds with it. And there's no getting away from that. I've had so many beers with adjuncts in now, these ice cream concentrate adjuncts, where the brewer thinks they're being really, really clever by adding these flavours, and they're going, yep, we're on to a winner here. But I don't get it. I do get it. I'm not a stupid person. I know that hops are really expensive at the moment. And that if you were to get as much peach and raspberry flavour out of a hop in this beer, then you'd be talking, this beer would be costing probably upwards of £5 a can. So I'm not stupid in that respect, in knowing that, okay, this beer's coming at about £1.25 in Lidl. It's far cheaper. But they've used far cheaper ingredients to create that peach and raspberry flavour. And it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame, because I went into this beer review really bigging up Drygate and really kind of saying I've never had a bad beer from them. There's no off flavour. It's not necessarily a bad beer. You might love adjuncts in your beer. You might be able to get on with a peach and a raspberry, and you might really like it. This is only my personal opinion. It's only me saying, personally, I'm just not a fan of adjuncts in beer. But I do understand the use of adjuncts for the price point. So rating for the beer. It looks good. It smells okay. It smells very raspberry and peach-like. But it's that letdown of that kind of astringency on the back end, which I really can't get on with. I can't get on with that flavour. I like the beginning of the flavour. I don't like the end of the flavour. So for that reason, even though this beer was a very cheap beer at £1.25 a can, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's a 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!